Hey everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in with me, Latisha McKinney, and welcome to Designing with Latisha McKinney. Hey friends, and thank you so much for tuning back in with me, Latisha McKinney. Okay friends, so this is going to be a very beautiful and gorgeous DIY. Now thank you guys for all of your prayers. I feel so much better. However, I will be back behind the camera, Lord willing, next week. So I just want to get these tutorials out to you guys. But we're going to be using this tea light holder that we used in our last tutorial, and make sure that you do check it out. I will have that link in just a few minutes. So you guys, I hope you enjoy, and let's get started in today's video. This is the mirror that you will be picking up from the Dollar Tree, and I will start having like alternatives. If you can't find these items in the Dollar Tree, I will have all that stuff, like I said before, listed down below. But this is the mirror, and here is a screenshot of the UPC code. Now from that frame, the only thing that we're going to need is the mirror. Now this is how you take the mirror out. You just lift up these tabs right here and just take the mirror out. Now you can use the frame for a later project. However, I don't think that I'm going to be using it, so I'm just going to go ahead on and trash it. So here are the photo frames that we're going to be using. We're going to be using 5 of these. Now this is how I remove the black tabs in the back of my photo frames. I just go backwards and forward, and then I just pull it out. It just comes out very easy and simple. And we need to make sure that we remove all the black tabs from all of our photo frames. Okay friends, now this is very simple. Okay, now all we do is just gonna lie down our photo frames, onto the mirror, making sure that you're covering this sharp edge right here because it is pretty sharp. You can screenshot this to get this pattern if you would like. And the only thing that we're going to do next is place the other photo frame right in the center. Just right there in the center. That's all we're going to do. So this is very simple. Now the next step that we're going to do once we do that, make sure too that you are using a permanent binding glue. Hot glue is not going to get it. It will fall apart. Please don't use hot glue. Use either E6000, Gorilla Glue, something that is really known to be permanent for this project. Okay friends, so the next thing that we're going to do is allow this to dry for 48 hours. You already know how I roll over here. 24 is not long enough for your girl. I've been doing this for, oh my goodness, almost 20 years. So therefore we're going to do it, just allow it to dry for like 24 to 48 hours, but I do 48 hours because Tisha don't need anything collapsing on her. So let's go ahead and allow this to dry. Now I already have one that is ready, so we're going to go ahead and add our candle to that one. So using the candle holder that we use in this tutorial right there, while I'm pointing my finger, friends, in that tutorial, you guys chose this brooch instead. So I'm going to be using this one in the wedding with the pearl look. However, I have several of these, and I will have all the information down below where you can find it because it is very beautiful and I like it for myself too. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to place E6000 right here, which is going to catch the back part of this. So I'm not going to do it here because it's not going to be stable. I'm telling you, I've tried it. It's not going to be stable enough. So you want it to have stability. So I'm going to place E6000 right here. Or you can just place it onto the back of here where it can have somewhere where it can be really stable when it's drying. Because it will have to have something to hold it down while it's drying. And we're going to use tape. So I'm going to go ahead on and do that process for you. Now this is how I applied my tape. If you've been following me for some time, you know that I've already applied the E6000 here. So if you're new, hello, but I already applied my E6000 right where I told you I was going to apply it. And I just use regular Scotch tape. You're going to place it in the inside just like that, very lightly, and then just add it onto your mirror just like that. When it comes down, and you can add as many strips as you like, you know, it's what you're comfortable with doing. I mean, hey, it's Dollar Tree Scotch tape. It's not going to harm anything. So when you're coming to doing your sides, you're going to start right here on the side just like that. And then you're gonna kind of make a form just like that, like going around it, because it has more like an oval shape. And that's how you're going to do your sides. And I'm gonna do the other side for you guys. So I'm gonna start right here on the top just like that, come around and just make a form with using the tape. And remember, you can use as much tape as you like, and then just allow it to dry. You already know my drying time, okay, everyone? And when it dries, I'm going to show you with some added things that I'm going to do with it. Make sure that when you are doing this project, now with that last tutorial that we used for this tea light holder, I use hot glue. Please don't use hot glue. Make sure you use E6000, so therefore it is very stable when you're placing it on the mirror. So make sure that, you know, you can use the E6000 and then use hot glue. Just so like E6000 here, then hot glue there, E6000 here, then hot glue there, if you just want to speed up the process, and then allow it to dry the 24 to 48 hours like I always tell you guys to do for, you know, for better stability. So let's go ahead, let this dry, and I will see you guys when it's done. Now with it being, well, I waited 24 hours, y'all. I didn't do my 48, but I want you to see the back of it. You see that back of it right there? And you can just use command strips, you know. So those corners right here, those corners right there, they are so protected. So, and I mean, I'm rubbing across it, so therefore it should not cause any harm if you use a good bonding glue. And then those corners right there are protected, like I said before. So when it's completely dry, now I waited 24, you guys. So I went, I didn't wait 48. So let's see, did it work? Yeah, it worked. So it's very good and stable. So thank you, Lord. So there we go. So you're going to have a little bit of spot right here. Let me just zoom in for you guys. You're going to have that glue spot right there that shows that E6000. But don't worry about that. We're going to totally cover it. Now you already know how I am. We're going to clean it off with some rubbing alcohol. And I'm just going to bedazzle it just a little bit more because y'all know how I am. So let's do a little bit bedazzle. But we're going to use some hot glue just in case. You know how I am. Change my mind every now and then. Want to change it out. So let's do that. Now what I did a 2D effect. Now sometimes, you know, I like to do my brooches like this. However, both of these brooches come from Totally Dazzled. So all I did was just take this small flat back brooch right here and E6000 it to this one, to the brooch. This one comes with a pin. And now what we're going to do, we're just going to hot glue it to the top. We're just going to place some hot glue here and place some hot glue there. So if you wasn't able to see that, because I didn't see it, place some hot glue there and there on each side to the left and right hand side, and place it right here on the very top of your design. And that will be it for this project. I think this is very beautiful. Remember that you can use command strips to hold this up. So now let's go ahead and dazzle it up. Well, place it on the wall, really. And I'm going to show you guys where I'm going to place it. And I know you're going to absolutely love where I place it, because I think it's like one of y'all favorite areas in our home. So let's go ahead and do that. And as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. And guess what? I'll see you in the next one. Blessings.